Player Supreme here. I'm going to show you black brothers something that's very important that you become aware of symbiology. I just learned this one myself, okay, from a man named Dr. Africa. He has a very good speech on um, European fables and the effects on African people of African descent. Okay, here's a photograph from an ad, and I'm not going to go into the symbiology of how ball represents sex, but I want you to look at the photograph here. These are two African Americans. These are a young white couple, and this is an old white couple. Okay, and what you're not aware of, which I'm going to point out to you right now, is I want you to pay attention. The white folks are on the right foot, the right step. They're on the right step. The black folks are on the left step. Basically, the symbiology here is that black people are out of step. Okay. Now, another thing to point out is that he's carrying clubs, and his hand is out, signifying violence and always asking for a hand out. Notice how they're looking different directions also. The white folks are looking in, they're looking out. Okay? So be aware of the symbiology that's going on in ads, also in your TV shows. I was watching a TV show called Falling Skies. It's a science fiction show about aliens invading the Earth, and they take over these kids, put some kind of harness on their back that controls them. Okay. Now I was a little irritated. They're supposed to be rescuing the kids, actually the white kid's son, and this black guy sees his son, so he breaks the whole rescue down and rescues his own son. Okay, fine. I can understand a man's love for his son. They developed a technique to take the harness off to attach the kid's spinal cord. They use the technique. The kid wakes up, doesn't recognize anybody, doesn't know anybody. Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, he's all spaced out now. Okay, many episodes later, they rescue all of the kids, and the white guy takes his kid's son's harness off, and his son wakes up perfectly dead, perfect normal. Okay, I just watched the episode where they had the black kid being like an alien, sitting on the ceiling, and he jumps at a white guy and steals a transmitter because he wants to go back under control of the aliens. All right. So the show is called The Traitor. So the image is the black kid is out of step with the rest of them and is the traitor now. He ran off with the part, and one of the controlled alien kids meets him and takes it, and they won't even let him back. So the symbiology there is that we're so low that we can't get back under control now. We're unwanted. Get that, Phyllis? Unwanted. Now, I also watch a show called True Blood. Jovi and we watched a show called True Blood, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, they made the black guy on there a homosexual, which is normal. In the movies, they shoot us in the ass or they make us wear the dress. Okay, they put the brother as the homosexual. There's also a black girl on the show, and she is now a homosexual also. Okay, what symbiology is that sending out to young black kids who watch these two shows? That we're out of step, that we crave control, that we have homosexuality within us, and perverse sexual desires. Okay, so we have to be aware of what our kids are getting programmed with, coming from the European culture or coming from the writers who write this stuff. And this stuff isn't random. They didn't just say, hey, just step, and these two brothers stepped on the left foot first. They told these people how to step. They're very clever in what they do. They know exactly what they're doing, including positioning of words. I was watching Dr. Africa's video, and he showed another symbiology image where the white folks are on a path running. Their hands are in the air, signifying victory. Then off to the side in the ad, there was a black couple sitting. Whereas up on the path, the young white couple were running, having fun. The black folks were sitting. Then there were words that were positioned in a certain way. When you look at become aware of the symbiology that signify that black women are easy for sex and black men don't do anything. I don't recall the words they used, but that's what the symbiology was coming across. Okay, this stuff has to stop. I don't know why this still is going on. Well, I can see it's all about control, but that shit's got to stop. We got to become more aware of it, both black and white folks, and we got to force them to stop this nonsense. Okay? This is a problem that is not just a black problem, but it's also a white problem. Okay? And it's got to stop. It's got to end. We all have to pitch in together to tell these people, stop the bullshit. Let's stop the nonsense. Stop watching the TV shows where they do that kind of stuff. I know it seems like I'm overly sensitive, but when you become aware of the real stuff that's going on in the world, you can't help but be overly sensitive. When you become aware of the real truth of what's going on, you can't help but becoming overly sensitive and aware of the real truth. We all have to wake up because we're all under control. This also is a control measure for white folks, that you better step on the right foot if you want to have a good life, a smile, if you want to get to old age. This is also programming of white folks too, okay? It's not just a black thing. They want all of us under control. So become aware of this stuff. When you see it on TV shows, stop watching the show, okay? When they start losing viewers, maybe they'll start paying attention. Peace.